The dark side of early retirement. Yeah, you might think people retire early. It's all wine and roses, baby. Wine and roses every single day. But what we'll get into here with 8 examples are it could have been one, it could have been a bad reason to retire early. Or the second reason is once they got to retirement, things kind of weren't what they thought they would be. I've got 8 examples of how this happened to people. So guys, leave me comments. For those of you who retired early or just retired in general, what was the main reason you retired? It could be all, yes, I was 65. It was time for me to retire. Okay, that's an obvious one, right? There could be for some of you out there, there could be some pretty different reasons. What was the main reason you retired? And I'm getting all of this from The Financial Samurai. So number one, it's an easier way out. What does that mean? Well, here's what that means. If you're a suboptimal performer, in a lot of cases, you experience a suboptimal lifestyle. Sometimes it's just easier to quit. I'm never going to get my dream job. I am just wasting away here because I am in a job I put in half effort. I'm getting half the results. Now, for some of you, that might be the case. I know I was born with not much ambition. That's just me. There have been times back in my working career where I could force myself to go for, an extended period of time. But I had to force myself to do that. Some people just have it. Type A's, they got that, man. Go. So you may have been one of those people who you would love to have a great job. You would love to have all these accolades, but you just never put in a lot of effort to it, and you never got that dream job. So, yeah, you were sitting around one day. Okay, I think I got enough money to retire. I'm 58. Yeah, why not? Right? That could be the reason some people retire. Is that the best reason? Probably not. Hey, for those of you who see me for the first time, my name is Duane, and this is a channel for people on moderate income retirement. If you think you might like that, think about subscribing and like the video as well. Here's the second example out of 8. You could have retired at, let's say, 49, had enough money for just you to see you through the next 40 years, right? What happens if you meet someone and all of a sudden they want to have a family and you want to have a family? Okay, that same amount of money that was going to put you all the way through till you were 85, yeah, it might not be enough to start a family. Okay, now this is something, yes, it's a bad part of early retirement because this does happen, but it's really no fault of your own. If you went into it single, you retired at 48, never wanted to have kids, but all of a sudden your mind got changed by you or the new partner that you met. Nothing really wrong with that, but that is a dark side of early retirement. It can pop up, especially if you're a younger person, right? Now, if you retire at, I don't know, like when I did at 59, maybe not. But if you retire at 49, a lot of things can happen between 49 and, say, the normal retirement age of like 62, right? Here's number 3. You get a feeling of hopelessness. Why? A lot of people want a good job and to be accepted by society as having a good job. Okay, you could have retired, or excuse me, you could have graduated with a great degree. Your first 10 years were just great, right? Out of the first 10 years in the workforce. But then you figure out, like, maybe you're 43, maybe you're 48, and you've kind of reached your ceiling in what you're going to be doing in your working career. At that point, it's like, well, okay, what else is there as far as what I'm working? What else is there for me to do? I'm kind of tapped out here at 49 years old. Yeah, or it could have been something where you were in a job and you were 45 years old and you're looking at it, okay, I think I got enough money, and you just can't see the next 15 years because you're in a job you don't really like, having to deal with that. It's hopeless. It's like, I'm not going anywhere. I don't really like this job. I think I'll just retire. A lot of people that do that aren't as well prepared as they should be. It might, if especially if they're single, it might just be a whim. Yeah, I think I'll retire. Okay, are you properly set up to retire at 49? A lot of people experience that hopelessness because they didn't get their dream job. It just wasn't cut out for what they thought it would be, or their career is leveled off at 47 years old and they're not going much further. Number 4, you change your mind once you've retired because you realize retirement just isn't what you thought it would be. It's going to happen a lot to people that retire early. They went into it thinking every day was just going to be, like I said in the beginning, wine and roses. Or maybe it was too much wine and roses and they developed an alcohol problem, right? Whatever. It's just not what they thought it would be. Maybe they're drinking all day because it's not what they thought it would be. A lot of these people change their mind and they go back to work. And guys, there is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that at all. You retire at 53 and you decide 2 years into it, yeah, it's just not for me. Just not for me yet. Go back to work. Who cares? Who cares what friends say? Who cares what family says? Who cares what society says? You do what makes you what is best for you. Could happen. You just had a change of mind once you got there. And a lot of it isn't you didn't think retirement was what it should be. It's just you didn't think retirement is what it should be at that age. You may feel different in 10 years. Number 5. Okay, this can happen a lot. You run out of money in early retirement. Why? There could have been, number 1, you could have just gone crazy, man. You retire at 52 and you're spending left and right. 5 years into it, it's like, oh, I think I spent too much money. Or you could run into a terrible market, same age, 52. And then for a totally different reason, you're short on money, or you look like you're going to be running out of money by like you're 72, right? Or there could have been a huge medical expense, totally unpredictable. You had no idea going into it, which happens a lot, right? And you're low on money. That can happen, guys. That can happen to any of us. Number 6, you may lose respect for yourself and the respect of others because you retired at 44 years old. What is that? A lot of that is societal pressure to be a constructive member of society. Friends may be saying, dude, man, 44? What the hell you do all day? What are you contributing? Yeah, that's kind of a them problem, the way I look at it, right? It's your retirement, guys. Do what you want. Hey, you could have worked 10 years and you won the lotto. Who cares, man? You got lucky. Take advantage of that. Don't let people tell you how you should feel or shouldn't feel. Now, again, going back to a couple of minutes, for some of those type A personalities, yeah, that could be a real issue, right? I got to do it. What am I doing today? Well, how am I being productive? That could be a real issue for them. But for those of you that aren't, like me, not an issue at all. I do whatever I want. I don't care what people say. When I was younger, I did. Now, when I'm older, I don't. Number 7, some people just want shortcuts in life. They want instant gratification instead of hard work. Yeah, that happens as well. And these are some of the people that may go into early retirement on a whim, not prepared at all. Because you see so much on social media now. It's like people that are, I don't know, an Instagram influencer that is making $500,000 a year, right? A lot of people look at that. It's like, I can do that. And they try it. Instant gratification instead of hard work. I think 30 years ago, yeah, you had more hard work than instant gratification, right? A lot of people want that. Shortcut to the top. And if it happens to you, good for you. But a lot of times, the vast majority of times, it doesn't, man. So a lot of people go into this unprepared, go into this disillusioned by their career. Yeah, it's a bad place to be. And number 8, they lose touch with family and friends because they're still working. That happens a lot. That happens when you just retire at a regular age. Look at this. I'm getting all choked up. Retirement vodka time. That can happen anytime you retire. But it happens a lot more if you retire early. All your friends are still working. Most of your family members, say you live in a very, within close range of your family. Outside of your parents, your brothers and sisters are probably still working, right? So when these people get to retirement, say they retired at 52, they didn't really think it out. They're like, oh yeah, I'll just be able to go and hang out with John on a random Tuesday. No, he's still working, man. So you got to think these things. You got to think these things through. And especially the younger you decide to retire, a lot of people might not have thought through the whole thing well. So there you go, guys. There are 8 examples of the dark side of early retirement, both of what happens after they retire and the reasons for retiring early. And as always, from a very cloudy, rainy, high desert, we got this.